following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Tom in Derry, New Hampshire. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Mr. O'Brien, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
Good. This is like old timers week. I heard Rick from British Columbia. I'm waiting to hear Greg from Long Island.
I like that. Totally, man. Totally.
By the way, your website, unbelievable. Watching that thing change over the years. You guys are doing a bang-up job. You get great guests, and
well, listen,
keep up the good work, man.
We appreciate you being out there. We never can do it without all you tigers and tigresses, Tom.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. The start to a better life or a better world or a better future is simply our belief that it is possible. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 25. Nasdaq's up 1. S&P's down 1.5. Gold contract up $1.20, trading at $1,164 an ounce. Silver up 3 cents at $15.86 an ounce. Platinum down 6 at $9.95 an ounce. Copper flat, $2.35 a pound. Light sweet crude down 62 cents, $43.99 a barrel. Oil, folks, looks like it's going to run down to this 42 level again. It's going to be wild watching how it comes into the bottom of where it came off the bottom from. Bonds, 10-year up 5 ticks, 128.18. 30-year up 28, 158.01. Both the 10 and the 30. Friday had come down in some volume, lighter than it was going into, but come down in volume. Today you rejected those lower prices, had lighter volume, goes topside again. Bonds continue to want higher price. We get the Fed meeting starting tomorrow. We're going to have a statement on Wednesday. I figure, bottom line, the Fed's not going anywhere. The market's saying the Fed's not going anywhere. Janet Yellen's saying she's going to go up before the end of the year. Well, guess what? It's this meeting and it's December, and that's all she wrote. There's the Fed futures are betting that they're not going to go up in December either, because it's only 35%. Well, they're betting 35% that it would be up by December. Euro is up 30 at 110, and the dollar index is down 283 at 96.96. Now, the dollar index is going to get intriguing because it did have wide price spread, accelerated volume both Thursday and Friday. Took out the September swing points, but it's backing down inside those again. If that dollar can't even handle that swing point, that is saying we have some extraordinary selling inside the dollar index. The yen down 41 at 121.06. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, in the world of the S&Ps, what do you have is this. You get a flat market out here today. That's expected, folks, with the type of energy that we had last Thursday and Friday. We'll see where this baby wants to shake out. The SPY's trading at 207.15. ICE on the SPY's 208.28. We'll see whether they're going to tag that or not. Inside the NDX 100. Now, this is going to get really volatile, and this is why. So, the 4Qs are over ICE. The 4Qs are trading at 112.86. The high, 4Qs, the 3Qs rather. The 3Qs, the high is July 20th at 114.39. Bottom line, on Friday we hit 113.24, and you have volume there. We haven't hit that again. That's going to get tested. Now let's go over to Apple. Apple, folks, okay, is going to be coming out with numbers tomorrow night. Apple has been selling off in a big way today. We're down 384. You've done 54 million shares. It went up in 59. But it's not necessarily Apple that you can really get the information off. If we go over to the UK and we go take a look at Dialogue, what you're going to see is this. Dialogue Semiconductor, folks, okay, is down approximately 8, 16, 24, 32. Yeah, she's down about 20% today. It's down $8.24, trading at $32.40. This company here, guess what? Gets 75% of their revenue from Apple. They missed their numbers this morning. This thing is getting destroyed. Dialogue is down from a price point of $53. You're at $32. That is going into the swing point of $33.50. It blew it away today. Looks like a monster ABC structure on the way down that wants to run into $27.59. Now, the amazing part about it is this, is that this is a company, okay, that is all about, it's so scary having a company, number one, that 75% of your sales would be to Apple. This is a company that takes in $330 million a quarter, and 75% of that revenue is Apple. What happens out here today? Well, guess what? It plummeted the most it has in 11 years. Bottom line, the sales did rise 18% to $330 million. But guess what? That's not even close as to where they're supposed to be. So now the real question is, when you look at that, is that because they're not selling enough to Apple? We'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow. So it's going to be really intriguing, because what we are going to see is this. Apple, folks, can move the NDX 100, can move the Dow, and can move the S&P. Inside the NDX 100 today, what we have moving at top side is Baidu.com. That's up 934 at 166. Priceline is up $53. Priceline had an intraday spike because of the deal that was done over in China. What has happened? PC. What's happening there? I believe, is it C-Trip is buying, let me see what's happening here. We got, I believe it's C-Trip that's buying something. Priceline. Yeah, C-Trip is acquiring Baidu's stake inside of Qunar, and Priceline owns 11% of Qunar. So bottom line is that intraday that spiked really nice. Okay, so let's go through the NDX, the rest of the NDX, the strength versus the weakness. Celgene has some strength in it. That's 395. These are dead cat bounces, by the way. Tesla up 589 at 214. Taken away from it on the way down, the leader out there is Skyworks. That's down 462. This is another Apple supplier. Skyworks is going after its two lower swing points that have volume. The first one being October 6th. That swing is 74.53. When we started out this morning, now this is something to pay attention to. When I did the morning show, this thing had volume in it on the way down. That volume is drying up. The last swing point, it hasn't hit it yet, but bottom line is that you have volume drying up. We've done 1 million shares. 3.8 is the lower swing point. So we'll see how it hits it, but that's a drying up of volume pretty good. AVGO, AFCO Technology. This was also going south with volume this morning, and you know it's down $5, but bottom line, it has volume, but that's not real price destruction. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow down 28. Nasdaq is flat. S&Ps are off $1.50. We're gonna be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 29, and inside the Dow, the strength versus the weakness is what we have happening out here. Microsoft is the #1 leader inside the Dow. That's up 89 cents. Visa's next at 96. Nike is up $1.10, and United Health is up 90. United Health has already got killed. The leader on the way down is Apple. Apple's down 366, and then you get Chevron down 249. ExxonMobil is off 167. And you get Cisco trading down 41 cents. If we go over to the transports, folks, and we look at the transports, what we have inside that index, we're at 82.86. Now, the transports, folks, were the first indice coming off the highs. And this baby, when this came off the highs, you know, we're talking last year. So this is 1 year. Well, it'll be 1 year coming next month, November. We're at 9,300. And when you take a look at this, what we did is this. You had the first leg down, 9,300, got into 7,400. So you had quite a leg on the way down. What we still have down here, well, we'll see what happens, actually. Last month, you had some volume in this baby, actually. You pushed with volume last month. So we'll see how it hits the 94.46 area. Now, inside the transports, what you had is this, is that you have the airlines that moved higher. You have the trains that not only moved lower, moved dramatically lower, and this has to do with agriculture, fracking, sand, all of the above. You know, so if we take a look at Kansas City Southern, Kansas City Southern is trading right now at $86. The high up there was 126. And it's just monster volume, man. I mean, you know, they're getting out of these. So just to give you an idea of this month, what we've done. This month, we've done 39 million shares. We only have a few days left in the month. But you going into 39 million. So this is going to be a breakdown of the whole consolidation with volume. When you have something like that, you can take the bottom of it, which is 88. You take the top of it, which is $1.25. That would be your price projection on the way down. So you're talking about $37 off of the 88, which sets you up at $50, which, you know, the next leg down anywhere where volume is $60. So that's a big number. Now, what that would also set up is that is setting up saying that the rails more than likely will continue to have problems. If the rail has problems, that's where we definitely want to keep your eye on oil. If we go over to the Canadian Pacific, okay, Canadian Pacific, the high for the year is 245. The low is 172. We're trading at 200. Now, this one here, I'm giving you Canadian money. Okay, we're trading at 200. We take a look at this one, and what you're going to see is that this also came off the highs, has volume down at the 172. This is not down on the way down either. So the rails definitely look that they want to continue lower. Now, we go over to the airlines. JetBlue. JetBlue is up $1.13. That's trading right now at 26.10. We pull this back. And these have been just a rocket ship straight up. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You know, it's been a straight line, but if you actually we go from year to year, it's really a straight line. It's a 200% move. $9.37 we were trading 1 year ago, and it has volume up at 27. Pull this back. This is probably pushing into, yeah, there it is, pushing into the highs of 2003. So the highs of 2003, 24.58 is the low and 31 is the high. That's going to push into that high. That's pretty amazing. Watching that shake out. That's going to be a big number. After the close out here today, we're going to get Broadcom coming out, Cheesecake Factory, PMC Sierra, San Mita Corporation, SolarWinds. San Mita, folks, San Mita is a large, they're like J-Bill, but they're a very large subcontractor. San Mita has the down off its highs. This will give you an idea, though. You know, the tech area has been on fire, no doubt. And this will give you an idea, though, how many orders are coming in. Cake Factory, that little baby, that is trading at 52.02. And on a weekly, yeah, she's got a high volume low at $50.12. You know, when you take a look at the retailers, I was talking about this morning, the retailers, the clothing retailers, you know, even, yeah, clothing retailers for sure have got absolutely smoked. And it looks that they're going to go down a lot further, and we'll find out whether it's just none of us shopping and/or is it Amazon taking them all, or taking 10, 15, 20% off of their business, which is just enough to have them losing money hand over fist. If we go over and we take a look at Amazon, Amazon out here today, we're at 608. 619 was the high that was established on Friday, and that baby will get tested. We go over to Valiant. You know, this story is just going to continue. This is going to be wild. So Valiant Pharmaceutical out here this morning, folks, they had a conference call. The first thing they said in the conference call was that they thought the SEC should go after Crichton and Andrew Left. That was the folks that made the 8-page paper saying that they think they should be looking at Valiant Pharmaceutical. And you know what? This happens. It always seems to happen the exact same way. You get someone comes out, they turn around, they say, hey, guess what? You got to look at this company. The company screams back to the SEC, hey, they're doing this, they're doing that. Bottom line, folks, I suspect what you're going to see is that this Valiant is going to be cooking books. The reason I'm saying that is twofold. So first Valiant come out last week, and this is where you want to watch how they come out and what they come out and say. Last week they came out and said that that Philbro, who is one of their specialty pharmaceuticals, wasn't material as to what they sold to them. Well, the bottom line is that they come out this morning saying that Philbro, okay, is 6% of their gross revenue. Well, check this out. Well, you know, they do $11 billion. Figure out 6% of the gross revenue in itself, and then you got to figure out, okay, do you believe them? Bottom line is that I expect you're going to see more problems with that, with Valiant. And the way Valiant VRX is set up on a technical basis, this is what you have. We've done 24 million shares out here today. It has come off the high. We just went from 263 down to 88. This is a destroyed stock. This thing looks to me like going back to $55. That's the way it's set up right now. I mean, it's just monster value. We've done Yeah, you've done 298 million shares. Anyone and everyone that owns the stock from December of 2013 is in a losing position. It's a huge problem. Big time, too. 877-927-6648. Let's go over, take a look at that oil market. So oil. Oil broke the consolidation that's been trading in. The bottom of that consolidation, 44.63. We're at 43.94 right now. We have 274,000 contracts traded. You're into the bar of 44.52, which was how we came off those lows. That's saying that oil's going to go to 40.57. We're going to have cheap oil all winter long, folks. It's just going to get wild because if we look at natural gas, it's like they're giving it away. Natural gas is down $4.7%. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We got Big Blue down $1. You get Walmart off 25 cents. American Express is down 45. The big move is out here in the Dow. Exxon's down $1.64. Oxy's down $1.89. Merck is up 4. You get 3M up 76. Microsoft is up $1. If we go take a look at Microsoft, and what is going to happen out here too is that between Microsoft and Apple. Apple coming out with numbers, Microsoft is making it, man. There's no two ways about that. What Microsoft has done, technically is that it's taken out its November 2014 high with huge volume. I mean, this baby looks like it's going to be a monster ABC structure on the way up. So this is going to get intriguing just in the aspect of, what it's going to do to the indices. This, and this is where the yin and yang will come in, no doubt, because Apple looks to me like we're going to go downtown. That being said, Microsoft looks like it's a big ABC up. Your A point on Microsoft, goes back to $26 November of 2012. Your B is 50, so you're talking about 24 A to B, which gives you a 64. Right now we're at 53.90. Some of the higher volume stocks in this low volume market out here today. You have Kinder Morgan, that's down 27. It's down $1.47 at $27. Xerox is down 30 cents. You get Twitter up 61. GE is up 41. The big mover out here, no doubt, is Apple. We go and we take a look at the XAU and the HUI. Let's go take a look at this. The XAU out here, right now, we are trading at a price point of 54.80. And what we have inside the gold equities themselves is this, folks. Gold moved lower Friday. The equities overall didn't give anything back, and in fact the XAU and the HUI actually pushed higher with volume. So this is going to be really intriguing, watching how they react this Wednesday when the Fed comes out. Because if we look at the XAU went to a price point of 56.69 Friday. Had 38 million shares traded. That's a good number. That's a good number, and I suspect when I get the volume characteristic tonight, I get this late, that more than likely is going to be lighter volume than how we just pushed. That is saying we're still building cause to get up to this 58.14 level, and more than likely up into the May swing highs. The HUI is set up exactly like the XAU, and it's always nice when you have some convergence in these markets, and there's some harmony in this market right now. The Gold Bugs Index, that pushed higher on Friday with 23 million shares. You got to 136.24. You have a high volume swing at 139, and excuse me, folks, that also sets up that it can make that run to 136. And the divergence inside all of that, have to do with the dollar index. If we go over to the dollar index and take a look at the dollar index, that moved dramatically higher Thursday and Friday. Had the juice behind the move, wide price spread, accelerated volume, all of the above, as it took out the 96, 92 swing areas. Now, what we're doing today, we're pulling back with lighter volume. Now, we're pulling back right to the very top of that level, which totally makes sense, by the way. You get back inside that level, though, it's going to be like a problem. So we'll see where this shakes out. The way that the dollar index is set up is like, hey, you should go up and test the August 7th swing high of 98.74. And the day, of course, that they could test that would be good old Fed Wednesday, which is this Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Is this a two-day meeting? And, we've had plenty of the propaganda out there, the propaganda being that they are going to finally go up on rates. But when you look at our rates now, then across the world, it's like still, to me, it's not even close. Technically, the bond market wants higher price. It's continued to have higher price. Fundamentally, our 10 years at 2%, 2.053, and, you're talking, let's see, Switzerland is still in negative. In fact, in Switzerland, it's going up. So check this out. Last week, Switzerland was negative by 1/100%. Now we're negative by 0.3%. So that's bizarre. But that's a different ball game. Yeah, negative rates. But guess what? If you go to Germany, Germany is paying 0.5% for 10 years. 10 years. Can you imagine be able to get money at 0.5% for 10 years. France is paying 0.8%. Now, this is where this really gets whacked out. Let me put this up here, because you got to see this. Because every time I look at this, it's hard to comprehend when Europe, no doubt, has problems. Their economies are nothing like a GDP that we have. And when you hear that folks are worried about us paying our debt, it's not even close, folks, because there is so much cash in the world that there's more cash than there are bonds. That's the bottom line. And the reason I'm saying that, it absolutely makes zero sense. Okay, let's go to Portugal. Portugal has it's not that they're broke, but their balance sheet is disgusting. That's 2.4%. So that's 0.4 over what we're paying. United Kingdom is 1.8. France is 0.8. Bottom line, you get the gist of it. It absolutely makes zero sense that the Fed can want to go up on rates. You go up on rates, that'll absolutely blow the market to kingdom come in about 2 seconds. But maybe that's where they're at right now. They're going to have a hard time because they've said they're going up on rates so many times that now the market itself, compared to the last time that they were just meeting, the market itself has come all the way back from the August 24th low. If we take a look at the cash S&P, August 24th. So watch from highs to lows. They can't make the excuse in the market, but they will. Believe me, they will, because they're like a deer in the headlights. So right now, the cash S&P is at 2071. Well, we were at 2071. We've gone nowhere in a year. A year ago, that's exactly where we were. So we've been at the exact same place. So they can't say that the market's down. But guess what? They are deathly afraid that the market is going to pull back when they come out with their rate structures. 877-927-6648. Some of the, let's go, Apple's hanging in there. The $4 is not at the end of the world for Apple. 58 million. See if they try to get this into the lows on the close, because what we do have is that number is going to come out with tomorrow. And as I said at the beginning of the show, when you take a look at Dialogue, which is 75% of their sales come from Apple, and they're down 20% today. We're going to be right back, folks. They just come out with numbers and they missed them.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 27. NASDAQ is up 1. S&Ps are down 2.5. Don't forget, folks, all the programming at TFNN, get it right on your cell phone. TFNN.mobi in your browser. Get you the full audio. We start programming at 8 o'clock in the morning. Go to 8 live, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We replay that. If you want to get Tiger TV, we replay that from 6 right until 8 o'clock the next morning. If you want to get Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com on your cell, your browser. You'll see that Watch Tiger TV right on the right-hand side. You hit that, and the bottom line is that you will be up watching Tiger TV with the charts as well, so you get the video as well as the audio. Okay, so let's get over and we take a look at good old Walmart. Okay, so Walmart, folks, inside the retail area, Walmart was one of the first clues in the marketplace that, bottom line, at that point I was looking at saying that it's pretty amazing that Walmart is, number one, trying to get back inside a consolidation that it broke out from 12 years earlier. What wasn't really clear at that point that the whole retail sector was going to get killed. So what Walmart has done now, folks, is this. It is a monster ABC down. I'm going to walk you through this because this is pretty intense. We haven't finished the month of October yet, and it's broken its B point and it's broken it with volume. The high of Walmart is $90.97. That high was established a year ago. No, January of 2015. So you take $90.97, your B point is 61. So we're talking $40. Let's say it was 39 to be exact. Well, not exact, 39 and some change. So 39 is your A to B. When we had come down, the first leg coming down, which was in August, we did $227 million. We bounced. You went from $61. We bounced up to 67, and then you come barreling down. The month's not even over. We're already done $293 million, taking out the B point of 227. You take the top of that C point, which is 39, and that lays you out to $28. $28, yeah, $28. So now let's go take a look at this. We bring this back, and now you want to lay out and say, okay, where's $28? Well, where $28 is, which is just really wild, is that would mean that you not only break the consolidation that, this consolidated 12 years. It broke out. The bottom of that consolidation is 41. $28 brings you back to 1998. And, when you actually look at 1998, October of 98, you got at the high there's 34, the low's 26. You have some volume there. And if Walmart's going to $28, that says to me that it's really not that we're not going shopping. That's telling me that Amazon is taking the wind out of, it might not just be Amazon. It's all the type of internet shopping that we're doing. I suspect Amazon, however, is the biggest that's taking the most out of it. Why? Because you shop for nothing. You do the Prime. what is it, $79? I'm not sure, we're up to $7.99 now. But you do the Prime, you get anything delivered to your doorstep 2 days later, whether it's a $10 item or $3,000 item, whether it's a toilet, whether it's a pack of earplugs. That's a big number. That's like unbelievable, actually. Let's go take a look at the XLE in general. So the XLE, we have oil coming back pretty fast and furious. Looks like it's going to come into where it took off from the bottom. The XLE is coming into a swing point, that swing point being 67.04. Now, we've done 10 million shares here today. The swing point has 15 million. So you're breaking the swing with lighter volume, which is nice if you're thinking that this thing's going to set up for a buy, and it very well could. That's what it looks like to me. So you just want a lot of patience here, because what happens with oil stocks, folks, is this. They love trading in huge consolidations. And if that's what we're going to have here, it'll be a field day for a good year and a half. And this is why. On the XLE, the bottom of this consolidation is 59, where the top is 70. So that's a 10-point consolidation. That's pretty nice. You don't have to get right at the bottom or the top. You can make plenty of money in between it. But watch this. When you go, so the XLE is all about ExxonMobil and Chevron, those two. When you take a look at Exxon and Chevron, this is where you really can have a field day. Because what you have is that Exxon's at 81, or the bottom of the consolidation is 72. I guess it's the same. It's a 10-point consolidation. Now, Exxon looks really strong out here compared to Chevron. Chevron today, Exxon's still down at $1.64, but what the difference is, CVX, is that Chevron's coming down with some juice. 7 million shares going into 8 million. Chevron also looks like it's going to back into where it, basically took off from $77 level, and that would be, so Chevron would be like about a $13 consolidation. In both cases, bottom line, they're setting up a nice consolidation. If we go over and we take a look at that natural gas market, the natural gas market, folks, absolutely got smoked out here today. So it's down almost 5%. NG. If we put this up, it looks to me like natural gas is going to go all the way back. This is going to be crazy, man. So check this out. NG. Natural gas. Okay, on a continuous contract, we're at $2, 2.077. And what happens with a continuous contract, folks, is that in the futures market, futures expire every 3 months. Okay, so you're dealing with, so they string them together. As to the continuous contract, technically how you look at it, they work fairly well, meaning looking at it on a much longer basis. What we have now in the natural gas market looks to me like a huge problem. The reason being is that you're talking about a wide price bar and the month not done. We've already gone from 257 to 2. You're coming into a swing point of 190. That's saying it wants to break 190. You break 190, we're going to be down to 160 and 160. We haven't been at 160 since 1997. Let me see. I'm trying to bring this back 30 years now. Well, it was at 125 in 95. It was 115 in 92. It's a big number. So I wouldn't be biting on that at all. That is one big number. What that's also saying, though, is that is telling me that oil is going to be going lower. So we'll watch oil as it comes into how it broke topside. While you folks up north, let's see what heating oil is going for right now. So heating oil, we're dealing with $1.45 a gallon. And guess what? Oh, check this out. Don't get it filled yet. Don't get it filled yet. Heating oil might be the first to crack 145.24. It's cracking it. Man, if heating oil takes us out, this is a monster ABC down. You stay right there. We're going to come right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow down 27. NASDAQ right now is up 1. You get the S&Ps off 2. And, tomorrow, a lot of numbers coming out tomorrow. After the close out here today, we got you get Broadcom coming out, Cheesecake Factory, San Mita, PMC Sierra, and SolarWinds. One of these healthcare stocks have just got absolutely smoked. Athena is an equity, folks, that on Thursday it closed at 128. On Friday, it opened at 146 and then closed at 163, went topside. Today, it gives not all of it back, but it just gave $13.57 back. It seems that whether it's the hospitals, whether it's the healthcare in general, they have been absolutely getting smoked. And that was a fast downturn, big time. If we go over to the IBB is hanging in there. It looks like it's testing its higher swings, well, higher from the price point of how it came off the August 24th low. That would be the 323 level. Now, you're up at those levels with dramatically lighter volume once again. There's been 3 big legs on the IBB. The IBB high is 400 this year. First leg, took it down to like 369, did a counter trend to 390. Next leg was vicious. Next leg, I took it down to 284. You did a counter trend bounce up to 366. Next leg took you to 285. Now it looks like we're doing a counter trend to about 323. I'd love to see this baby really get up somewhere into about the 337, actually. We'll see how there'll be a couple numbers coming out. I think Gilead's coming out tomorrow. So Gilead right now, let's see, is trading 108.80, 27th. That's coming out the 27th. So Gilead's coming out this week. That's the bottom line. Let's go take a look at Amgen, see where Amgen is coming out. The 28th, yeah. So we're going to be getting those biotechs this week, and we'll see what kind of juice those biotechs can get into them. As I said, after the closeout here, BRCM, let's see what Broadcom is looking like. Broadcom is down 166 right now at 51.46. This almost looks like someone's with, well, the last time they come out with May, June, July, August. Okay, that was 6 months ago. May, June, July, August. 5 months ago. 5 months ago, it went from 47 to 57. Almost looked like a takeover. So we had in Broadcom today, it's pushing into the lows slightly with some volume. I suspect because of the business they're in the broadband chip business. Yeah, they design, develop, supply integrated cable chips. More than likely, that is what is also pushing, I suspect, this morning when Dialogue come out with numbers. See, Dialogue comes out, Dialogue, folks, trades in Britain and trades in Germany. You know, this baby here traded down $8.24. As I said a little bit earlier, this is 75% of their revenue is from Apple. And this broke 33.50 with volume. It's a monster ABC down. 4.6 million. We did 5 million shares. This baby is going south, and that's why you see some of the pressure on Apple. The amazing part about it, though, is that you don't see a lot of stories that are combining both of those, and maybe that's because that trades overseas and it doesn't trade in the U.S. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers for you. The Dow down 18, NASDAQ up 3, S&P's down 1. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night and a great week, folks. Hope costs nothing. That's a fact. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow down 23, NASDAQ up 2, S&P's down 3, gold contract flat at $1,163.40 an ounce. Silver up 2 cents at $15.85 an ounce. Now, both gold and silver, folks, last Friday went lower, had an expansion of volume, yet not as, it wasn't heavy volume as to what it was going into. Today what we did, you got down into those levels, rejected price, went slightly topside, bottom line, gold still is building cause for higher price. Platinum down $5.50 at $9.96. You got copper flat at $2.35 a pound. Light sweet crude. Now, crude's going to be really wild watching this thing shake out. Crude was down 75 cents. $43.84 a barrel. Crude broke out the bottom of the consolidation that's been in for a month and a half. That's saying crude now wants to trade back to how it broke off the bottom. That number is down there at the $41 level. You had the Exxon pullback, Chevron pullback, all of the above. Chevron actually came back with volume. So that crude contract is going to be crucial to watch. That being said, well, and we'll pull this up, the heating oil contract, folks, which is diesel, which is jet fuel, which is for all you folks in the Northeast and Midwest, that's your heating oil. That looks like it's going to go break its lows, which is so cool because that breaks its lows. That'll be an ABC structure in the way down. You're going to have some very inexpensive oil come this heating season. Bonds. What do we do with the bond market? Bonds, 10-year up 5 ticks, 128.19. 30-year up 25 ticks, 157.30. Now both the 10 and the 30, folks, rejected lower price, had lighter volume. Bonds continue to want higher price. The amazing part about this, of course, is that tomorrow starts the 2-day Fed meeting. We'll have an announcement Wednesday at 2 o'clock. We only have this meeting here and then December before the end of the year. You know, if you remember the last meeting, Janet Yellen came out, they didn't go up on rates. The probabilities on the last meeting that they were going to go up on rates were much larger than they are now and or December. And the probabilities I'm talking about is the Fed funds futures. So the Fed fund futures rate is given a 35% possibility that they'll go up by December. They're given almost a nil opportunity that they're going to go up this Wednesday. That being said, when you look at the bond market itself, it's like that's saying they're not even going to go up next year. So this is going to be wild as to what they come out with in this statement, because you can look at this a couple different ways. If they're not going up on rates, why aren't they going up on rates? If they're going up on rates, this is one of these heads you win, tails you win, to me, meaning inside the marketplace. Because if they go up on rates, it's going to whack the market immediately. If they don't go up on rates, it's going to be free money. And does more free money push the market higher? Maybe. Or does more free money say that, okay, there's something that's laying out there that we have a problem with? We'll see. King dollar. King dollar down 308 ticks at 96.93. Now, King dollar, folks, went topside Thursday and Friday with conviction. You had the wide price spread, accelerated volume. That's saying King dollar wants to go after the August 7th swing high. In that context, what King dollar was actually trying to do today is get back in the lower trading range. Now, it had light volume, but if King dollar struggles to get to that August 7th high, that's going to be a big heads up. Now, what does that put together? What that's putting together is this. Wednesday, you can expect monster volatility in this market. The reason being is that when you look at where the S&P is, where I look where gold is, where I look where bonds are, and when I look where the dollar is, it's like, oh man, this thing is going to push up, down, and all around when that 2 o'clock announcement comes up. I mean, big time. Euro. Euro is up 37 ticks at 110. The yen is down 44 at 121.03. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, in the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do? You have a flat market out here today, which totally makes sense because of the amount of energy that was expended last Thursday and Friday. We are at 206.99 on the SPY. 208.28 is ICE. You know, we'll see whether we can hit it or not. The free Qs, as I said, the last hour, this is the most intriguing one, meaning this. We're at 112.85, and the high of the Qs is 114.39. The low of that high is 113.48. We have Apple that is going to move markets. That's coming out with numbers tomorrow night. What we had out here today is what? Apple on Friday goes from 116 to 119, and you did 59 million shares. Today we did 65 million, and it's selling off. what that was about, folks, is that you had one of Apple's suppliers, and the mind blower of this supplier is that when you dig into it, now this company is not a U.S. company, okay? It's Dialog, and Dialog actually is buying Atmel, which was a U.S. company. But when you pull this up, wait till you see this. This is crazy. And so when you pull up Dialog, they traded down $8.24 today. 5 million shares. They blew away a swing point. But that's not even the big deal. What blows my mind when I really start looking at this was that this company, their sales of last year was $1.2 billion. Their projected sales of this year is 1.4. But now what just happened is that they just missed their numbers. The kicker on this, though, folks, picture this. $330 million, 75% of that is Apple revenue. That is what hit Apple today. What that is saying, when they missed their numbers this morning, that is, well, I'm reading into this. When you read into that, that's saying, okay, Apple is not going to sell as many iPhones because, why? Because if that's 75% of their volume, that one company, and that's doing a monster ABC down, that's a heads up. Guess what? You go to the other, now let's go back to our own markets in the U.S. You go to SWKS, that was down 464, trading at 77. That's coming down with volume. That's another Apple supplier. That's saying that Apple is going to come in light. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow finished down 23. NASDAQ was up 2. S&P's off 3.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-Shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back. Let's go over to Cheesecake Factory, folks. Cheesecake Factory closed at $51.99. That had been up $1.28. It's trading at $52.70 right now, so it's up another 40 cents. Let's see what they have to say. They beat by 3 pennies and they missed on revenue. This is going to get intriguing. This is not going to stay up. We'll just watch how this shakes out. So same-store sales was up 2.2%. Their revenue was $526 million. Earnings per share was 52 cents. So the revenue number goes like this. The estimate was $535 million. They took in $526. They closed at $51.99, and right now we're at $52.94. You're still up a buck. I suspect that won't hold. The reason being is that when you miss on the revenue number, folks, it's a big deal. You can always massage the bottom number the first few quarters outside of that, particularly when you're talking about a large company. You're talking about 33,000 employees. You're talking about lots of stores. You're talking about massaging a gross number of 2.1 billion. That's pretty easy to massage the bottom number versus the top number. We go take a look at our, I believe it's, let's see, stay with me for a second. It's RCII. This is Rent-A-Center, as one of the targets was saying inside the den. Thieves are us. Yeah, this is pretty intense, man. You never want to have to go to a Rent-A-Center, folks. Anyway, bottom line is that they rent everything, and when you put it's a big company, there's no doubt about that. 22,000 employees. That closed at $25.78. That's trading right now at $20.79. That's down 25%. So let's see what they had to say here. Their revenue was $791 million. That's amazing, man. Oh my God. The earnings per share 47 cents. So here's what they missed. The estimate had been $2.15. They're at $2.05. They're writing down $34.7 million. We don't know what that's all about. Bottom line, they missed by 2 pennies, and I suspect the write-down is a big deal because that's on your balance sheet, and then you're writing that off your balance sheet. This is down $5. Let's pull this back a bit. So it's off a high of 40 bucks. Now you're breaking the swing low of 23. And by 23, by the way, folks, January of 2014 was a high-volume swing area. So watch this. Monthly basis, you were down on 24 million. When you did the counter-trend bounce, you went up on 16 million. The 16 was going against your first downdraft of 19. What does it do? Goes straight down from 37 to 20 bucks. Now what you're going to see is that you're inside of your high volume low of 08. That's where this baby's going. Step by step, when you look at these, it's just crazy. And this has been a consolidation for quite a while, but what is sticking out like a sore thumb is that high volume low from 08. So that's where that baby's going to make its way down to. As I said, I know what we want to do. Let's go to the heating oil market. So check this out. This is pretty cool. Natural gas today was down 5%, folks. Diesel was down 2%. This is what the difference is, though. Well, natural gas is going dramatically lower. But when I talk about diesel, we're at 144.77. So diesel is jet fuel, is your heating fuel for the winter. And what we have is this. This is way in front of the actual oil market itself. When this had come off the bottom, the bottom in diesel was established on the 24th of August. That bottom was 142.77. That's 142 wholesale a gallon, okay? We go from 142 in 3 days, you're up to 173. Well, the diesel started breaking down October 13th. We broke the consolidation. Now, in the oil market, today we broke the bottom of the consolidation, light sweet crude. And the diesel market, we broke that on October 13th. It accelerated lower today. You hit at 144.63. The low that was established on the 27th is 145.24. So what do we have? That heating oil market, folks, is going to go after that swing point. Now, if we break that swing, you're going to be talking about very inexpensive heating oil over the winter here, because this would be a very large ABC structure on the way down. We haven't been this low in the heating oil market since the lows of 2009. The top of those lows are 144. The bottom is 113. And this heating oil market, jet fuel, it looks like it's game for that level. And if you do look at the transports, what you have inside the transports, which is really wild, is that you have the airlines that are moving higher, that have been moving higher. You get the trains that have been getting killed, moving lower. Why? Because between the trains, you've been dealing with the agricultural not getting enough business, and the fracking sand not getting enough business, and the oil come out of the Midwest not getting enough business. You can see that correlation. The correlation is pretty clean out here. There's no two ways about it. And so that natural gas market, do not touch that natural gas market, folks, okay? That was down 5% out here today. That little baby looks to me like she is going to be going after. The lows that it's going after are actually pretty incredible, because if we pull up this natural gas, I remember when Boone Pickens, this is like 20 years ago, he, kept going after natural gas. And I remember it broke $2, and I didn't even know a lot about it at that particular point. But bottom line is that this thing, man, this thing is going after its lows of 2001, which is $1.76. Because you break the last low in 2012 is $1.91. You break into $1.91, man, this thing is going to be like $1.60. So stay away from it, folks, because that is one nasty move. And the move that we had out here this whole month had that wide price spread, and that wide price spread with a wide-ranging bar and volume behind it is saying they're selling that. They're selling that in a big way. You stay right there, folks, because our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, is going to be coming up next from TD Ameritrade, Think or Swim. Now, Kevin has the best option show on the planet, folks. It's every Tuesday right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. You can get that program, folks, right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. You can also get Tiger TV. The way you get Tiger TV, you just go to tfnn.com. On the right-hand side, you'll see Tiger TV. You hit that. If you haven't test drove the TD Ameritrade Think or Swim platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit the banner on the top, on the side. As you hit that banner, you can bring up the platform. They'll let you trade with paper money. I use it each and every day, whether I'm trading options, futures, commodities, or currencies. It's on one platform. It's pretty amazing. After the close out here, what we had thus far, you had Cheesecake Factory come out with numbers, and there she goes. She gave it up. Cheesecake Factory, when it first came out, it was $51.99. It was trading up $1. Now it's trading down $2. We were talking about when you don't hit that revenue number, folks, the market doesn't believe it. The bottom line, hit the bottom line, but that top line number is crucial. You stay right there, folks. Kevin's coming right back with us. Dow down 23, Nasdaq up 2, S&P's off 3.5. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank bank is a member, FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Micro strategy just closed at 196. They just come out with numbers now. This thing is getting whacked. It closed at 196, folks. It's trading down at 170. Big numbers on the way down. And if you want to, this is how this shook out. The revenue estimate was 137 million. They came in with 129. Big numbers. Now, folks, let's go to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks. And, of course, you know Kevin has the best option show on the planet. Every Tuesday right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to understand, folks, strategies inside the option market, please listen to the program. It's 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. It's an outstanding program. And we're not talking about directional trades here. We're talking about how the markets factually, technically, actually work. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, happy Monday. Always a pleasure to be with you, buddy.
And you also, man. Well, I'll tell you, last week between Amazon and Google, you talk about expected moves. Those things were monsters, weren't they?
Blowing them out of the water all over the place. It's funny. It's kind of a subjective measurement, but, sometimes the option order flow is underestimating where the move is. Sometimes it's overestimating. It's kind of you got to kind of be an expert and work on the numbers and try to play these numbers. Today was a real boring day, but the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we got big numbers coming out in earnings.
Oh, it's going to be huge. And I believe at TD Ameritrade Think or Swim, right? Apple's the largest holding, I think, right?
The single largest holding at TD Ameritrade is Apple.
Okay. And that's tomorrow night, coming out after the close. Now, I'm not, you more than likely saw this, but it was interesting this morning. Dialogue, DLG, which trades in Germany and the UK, that little baby traded down 20%. And what blew my mind, Kevin, right? I didn't know this, and I know a lot of the Apple suppliers, but this supplier, this company here is 75% of their business is Apple.
Well, there's a lot of those. I think there's a lot of those companies out there.
That's intense, man.
That are that are completely dependent or major dependent on Apple.
Yeah, man, that's going to be
Apple's got to get its own solar system, its own universe.
I guess it makes sense because they're so big. I can understand that, but boy, that'd be scary having a. Well, of course. Look at this. Apple. This is sick, folks. Listen to this. Apple expects to do $233 billion Can you imagine that? That's like
A
unbelievable.
monster.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. The monster.
It is a monster. So, that's going to, I guess with the Apple numbers after the close tomorrow, that also puts volatility and juice into the NDX 100, the S&Ps, the Dow, all the weighting structure is so big, right?
Sure, and you saw that in the VIX today, though it went out pretty low on Friday, but you saw the VIX creep up a little bit today. I mean, just the overall market is starting to, Apple's going to move the market one way or another. It's going to move the market. I mean, it moved the market today, right?
Yeah, no,
Apple was down $4 at one time. That's a big move.
It's a big move, and it's amazing that you only need a move of 250 and over, and it can actually move the market, even with equities being up,
Sure.
Sure,
absolutely.
So what are we going to be looking at tomorrow, Kevin?
Tomorrow, you're an Irish guy, so there used to be an Irish comedian named Hal Roach.
Yeah.
And when Hal Roach used to say a good joke, he'd say, write that down at the end of his joke. He'd go, that's a good one, write it down. Well, tomorrow we're going to have a write it down show. Get your pens and papers out because I'm going to do some high-end things tomorrow.
That's awesome. And if you haven't listened to the show yet, folks, okay, Kevin is amazing because as he walks you through the strategies, these are things that you can use, and you do have to write them down. Because if I've learned anything in this business, what you can't do is this, folks. There's so much in this business, you can't try to get it all at once. So what you do is you pick off a piece at a time. You know what's amazing to me, Kevin, still to this day, right? It's absolutely insane that there's no place, whether it's in high school or college, that they actually can break down how the markets work, meaning, and I'm not talking about how, like I'm a directional trader, so that is a different deal, but breaking down how strategies work. There's no place they do that, man, which is insane.
There is no, when I talk to young people, Tom, I always start with, there's no class for this.
I know.
You cannot pay any tuition and take any class that'll teach you what I'm about to talk to you about.
I know, man, it's so cool, man. And it in one sense, folks, it makes sense to me because the larger powers don't want people, the less education there is, the better off the larger powers are. The other sense of that is that how can all of us get together and, make sure that everyone at least understands how these strategies work. If you do this strategy, you can expect, and it's a probability, folks, but you're expecting this. So, because if you're in the market, you should really at least understand the technical structure of the market when you're putting on a trade or taking off a trade. And
think about this: if we can get our listeners to just play probabilities from the correct side,
yes.
That's for a lot of people. That's the difference between success and failure.
And it's
keep making high probability bets instead of low probability bets.
Exactly, and
just like the casinos do in Las Vegas, Tom.
No, totally. And what happens, folks, is this: on the Thinkorswim platform, and you can test drive this for free, folks. There is so much information on that platform that it will blow your mind, meaning that when we're talking probabilities, that does the work for you. You don't have to be a math whiz, folks, at all. That's not even part of it. What it is it's just like, I had this guy tell me years ago, right? The MITs of the world, the Harvards of the world, what they really teach you is asking the right questions and finding the information. And that's, that platform has that. So it's what is the question I'm going to ask that platform for that probability, which you do a great job of on Tuesdays, man. Well, you do it every day in swim lessons, but for us here on Tuesdays.
Well, thanks. Yeah, so we're going to break all that down. We're going to talk about some, like I said, using, trading the ebb and flow of the market using volatility to do that.
Yeah, volatility, delta, Vega.
Yeah, all the Greeks.
I'm telling you, man, I've learned so much from your program, man.
Oh, great.
Because you know what I never realized is that, are you going short along Vega? I mean, that's a big deal, man. Do you know what I mean?
Vega is that for beginner to intermediate traders in options. Vega is that thing that takes your money and you don't know why. You don't know what happened. And if you don't understand it, you don't know what happened. How did I lose money here?
Yep.
And it's hard to explain if they don't understand Vega.
It's so cool, man. So cool. Well, listen, man, we really appreciate it. We look forward to the show tomorrow, and I know we're on to the Blackhawks now, right?
Yep. It's officially hockey season now.
It's officially. You know, the great thing, it was sad, watching that, but, I know, folks, if you've ever been to Chicago, they're amazing fans. It's just like Boston. I mean, you go from baseball, you go to hockey. And, when you walk around hockey, I happen to love the Blackhawks logo. And I love, and when you're down where Kevin works at the CME, you can see all these traders, and they get these Blackhawk leather jackets on, man. I love those leather jackets, man.
I don't personally own one.
I love them. I can't help myself. Kevin, thanks so much, man. You have a great
Can't wait,
one.
Tom. See you tomorrow.
Look forward to the show tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
Okay, man. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. I know the Bruins are going to kill me, folks. No, I like the Bruins. I love the Bruins, of course, but I'd wear that Blackhawks jacket, too, if I was in Chicago. We're going to be coming right back, folks.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We go over to the XLF. We take a look at some of these financials. So the XLF right now, folks, is trading. Come on, baby. Where is she? Sorry about that. She's trading, folks, at 24.04. On Friday, it moved topside, but it didn't have the juice. You're coming into 103 million shares on the way down on the 21st. On Friday, we did 37 million. Now, inside of the XLF, let's go to JP Morgan, because this is going to be intriguing to see how this shakes out, folks. JP Morgan is at 63.90. Friday, you moved out to 64.14. You had 16 million shares, but yet you were going into 28 million. Well, JP Morgan just come out after the close here, and what they have just instituted, now this is immediately too, so we'll hear more about this. This literally just happened a minute ago. Well, no, it happened 10 minutes ago. It happened at 16:32, and it's at 16:42 right now. And what they have instituted is this. The banks themselves, folks, have paid, I mean, I don't know what JP Morgan is up to, okay? But, you know, conservatively, we're probably at $30 billion the last 2 years in fines. $30 billion, that is, okay? So let's take a look at first with JP Morgan. Now, this is chump change for what JP Morgan takes in, okay? No, it's not that much, okay? That's 1 quarter's revenue. So JP Morgan takes in $96 billion a year. And I believe they're up to about, in the last 2 years, they're up to about $30 billion. It might be more than that. Bottom line is that what they just came out with is that they came out with that, let me say exactly what this it was a one-thing press release. They just adopted, JP Morgan, the biggest U.S. bank, said it will disclose whether senior executives are going to have their incentive compensation clawed back. And this is a policy that's taking place immediately today. Now, what that means is this. This is going to be wild in the banking sector in general. Where in October, what happens, folks, is this, is that banks, broker-dealers, all of the above, this is where the commission structure comes in, their bonus structure comes in, all of the above. A clawback provision goes like this. So you work, they make plenty of money, and then they get the incentive on top of it. The clawback provision comes in like this. If there's all different divisions inside the bank. If that division turned around and it doesn't say paid fines, but that's what I expect is going to be all about, well, guess what? It looks to me like what they're saying there is that not the whole division, the senior executives in that division are going to get their compensation clawed back. If that's what we get with JP Morgan Chase, you're going to see Bank of America, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Goldman all come out with the same deal. You know, and some of these banks have paid a lot more fines than others have paid. I think one of the real keys is going to be, are we talking about only this year, or are we talking about that the fine was paid this year for something that was done 3 or 4 years ago, because that's how it happens, and the executives will be paying for that now? If that's the case, there'll be a lot of folks that are really flipped out. But inside that banking structure, they're vicious, folks, and they could care less. I mean, those large banks will cut the legs off anyone that has even worked for them for 18, 20, 25 years. I've seen it, and it's just amazing. But bottom line is that I think the knives are out now, and JP Morgan just brought the biggest dagger out. We'll see how the rest of this shakes out. Now, let's go back to MicroStrategy for a second, because this is a big hit. So MicroStrategy, first off, let's see, their business intelligence software, the company's web-based reporting and analysis. They have consulting, training, support. Bottom line is that the low for the year is 149. The high is 226. This closed at 196. It was up $8. Now it's trading at 171. When you look at 171, this is off the high of 220. 171 is going to go after the last swing low out here. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is going to break down. You know, 175 is where the last time they come out with numbers, and they were good numbers. 175 went from 175 to 207, and then you died in the vine. We hit 226 with 530,000 shares versus 1.1 million. Then you came down with 680,000. Put this on a monthly. Oh man, this is a trip. On a monthly, yeah, on a monthly here, we're trading that way. It can go back to 164. 164 were the highs of August of 2011. That's the way that's set up right now. We go back over to Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory closed out here at $51.99. That's trading down $2 now. And if you remember, if you were here at the beginning of the program, that was trading up $1. And as that was trading up $1, I was looking at this saying, you know, most times, folks, what happens is that Cheesecake Factory, the estimate was 56 cents and they made 59. So they made that number, but they didn't make their revenue number. When you miss on a revenue number, most times it's a problem. And it turned into a problem there because we just had a swing of $3. Now, at $50, what you have is that the last swing low out here was $49.60, which was established in April. And the way that this looks like it's going to be set up is that $46 is the high volume swing low from February of 2015. And that's where that baby wants to go to. That's where this looks like it's going to happen. What we are going to have out here tomorrow, so picture this. Tomorrow we have a lot of numbers coming out. You have, let's see, we got Bristol Myers coming out. That's coming out at 0730. DuPont is coming out at 0600. Pfizer PFE is coming out just before market. NVS, this is going to be some big action. Novartis, another big drug company, that's coming out at before market. And if we just start with Novartis, that's been on a downtrend for quite a while. You know, that high was generated out here at 106, you're at 92. That's a big number. And then, you know, so we have a few more. Colt, C-O-L-T. That's Colt Telecom. No, that's something. GLW. What's that? Conning, I believe. That's Conning. That's coming out before market. Then after market, what you have, of course, is Apple. Apple is going to be the number that's going to, it looks to me like before the market itself, we're going to have some action. Apple after the market, and after the market, folks, Apple comes out at 4:30, 16:30. That is going to move markets. And the way that the dialogue is trading out here today over in Europe, that's saying that Apple's not going to be able to come across with what the market thinks it's going to come across with, meaning more iPhones. Either that or they don't sell as many as folks want. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at tfnn.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Let's go to the world of integrated device technologies. They design, develop, market semiconductor products. They closed at $23.58. That was down 67. That now is trading at $25.62. So you got some divergence inside this semiconductor market, no doubt. Their revenue was $169 million. The estimate, 31 cents. They made 35. It topped the. They're going to buy ZMDI also for $310 million in cash. Bottom line is that so we get divergence all over the place out here, because if we pull this one up, so it depends, I guess, what part of the semi business they're in. This one here is going to break out its highs. The last high up here was June of 2015. That baby's going to break in topside, and yeah, they're in that semi business. So I guess it depends who your customer is, what are those chips that you're making, because there's no doubt that most of them have gone south. If you do go over into, now if we talk retail, folks, the retail clothing business is just getting absolutely smoked. All those retailers, they've not only off the highs, they're off the highs dramatically and look like they're going to go a lot lower. If we go take a look at the aspect, and this is where we were talking about the transports, what you have with the transports is this, is that the trains inside the transports, you know, your strength is the JetBlues, United, even though United's a dog, American, they pull back. Bottom line, that's the strength. The weakness continues to be the rails. You know, you get United Pacific down big. That with it's trading at 95. CSX is down at 27. Let's go take a look at FedEx, because I believe FedEx is coming out with numbers too. No, they're not coming up until December 16th. FedEx is trading at 157. Now, if we take a look at this, that's still at highs, really. The high in FedEx is 183. The thing that's hard to figure out about FedEx right now is that when you, well, technically it's not hard to figure out. Technically, you know, it looks like it wants to go a lot lower. But fundamentally, for the amount of business that Amazon is giving FedEx, you'd think that they must have cut them to the bone. Actually, this is pretty cool. You know why? As we're talking, thanks, Terry. As we're talking, United Parcels, folks, is coming out before the market tomorrow. So this is going to be cool. This is going to give us an indication of this, just the delivery service in general. United Parcel closed at 106.18. This is coming out before the open tomorrow. We take a look at this. Okay, so this is coming right into a downdraft. Okay, so last time United Parcel came out with numbers, we went from January. No, that wouldn't have been the last time. So in January, it came off its high with volume. We went from 114 to 102, 28 million shares. You came back into that last week with 18 million. Today we did 3 million, 3.6, 3.5 is a 15. That's not enough. That's saying that the United Parcel is going to have a hard time staying over this 105 area, because when we take a look at the 105 in the weekly, that's where it came off the highs. When we take a look at some monthly, you're going into 92 million, and thus far we've done 51. Same setup. This is a big number to watch. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it. Take ownership of it and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look for speaking. I'm right back here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.